It is Wednesday the 12th, which makes it New Comic Book Day. Hello, America. How are you? I am Max the Great and Terrible. This is the Max the Super Awesome Comic Review Show.
Comic Review Show.
Comic Review Show. There were so many books, as there always are. So we're going to move right along. And on our runner-up list, we have Justice League of America, number 12. This is a Forever Evil book. It's pretty cool. I don't know really how to feel about the ending for this book, because I think they might have just killed one of my favorite characters. But maybe not, because it's a comic book, so they might be totally fine next month. You will have to read and see for yourself. But Martian Manhunter and Stargirl continue their quest to find and save the Justice League so that maybe the world won't totally die, which I'm totally a fan of. Go Stargirl! And on my right, we have an image number 1 called The Fuse. This was really cool. It reminded me a lot of Brian Michael Bendis' Powers. It's 2 cops that team up. One's a rookie, one's a veteran. The only difference is that they live on a giant space station, which is being threatened by some sort of... I don't know if they're a murderer or if it's some sort of plague, but people are dying, and they're hot on the trails trying to figure out why. It's a really cool number 1 image. If you like science fiction, if you like crime stuff, if you like the Powers, definitely check them out. And number 5, we have The Winter Soldier number 1. I, for one, am totally pumped that it's only 1 month until the Winter Soldier movie. Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier. This book takes you back to 1966. And pay attention to that date because it is about to be History Week for New Comic Book Day. 1966, Nick Fury and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are trying to track down 2 Nazis that have a very big secret, and they are so close to catching them. They're like right there. They're like, oh, we're going to save the day. And then, no, the Winter Soldier shows up and is like, I'm the baddest dude on the block. Check it out. It's by Rick Remender. It was really cool. It's a 6-issue miniseries.
Time warp to the future.
Time warp to the future. No, it's the past. It's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Still History Week. Don't be throwing me off voice camera. Oh,
like
it's Star Wars by Brian Wood. This is the Shadow of the Empire. Darth Vader continues his grudge hunt for the traitors that found the plans to blow up the Death Star in A New Hope. And this book takes place between A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back. It starts off with a really cool flashback to his final duel with Obi-Wan Kenobi, which also turns into a Force meditation, and then turns into Darth Vader just hunting mercilessly for everything. I will say this for this book, Darth Vader is terrifying, and that's how he should be. That's how my childhood remembers him, not crying and whiny and Christian Haydenson. So, check it out.
1945.
1945, coming at you with number 3, The Royals Masters of War from Vertigo. Vertigo number 1 here, which is really exciting. I like that they're sort of, DC and Warner Brothers are pumping new life back into the Vertigo brand. This one, I was really excited for. It's a 6-part series. The basic plot for it is that during World War II, well, actually, since the beginning of time, all royal families are connected by superpowers. So if you're a king, you have the most superpower. If you're a prince, you have, some superpower. And if you're like a duke, you have even less superpower. The more pure the bloodline, the more badass you are. I don't know if I can say that, but we just did.
Badass is fine.
Okay. We've said it twice. Moving on. Not
To the future.
To the future. Batman number 28. This is the first Batman by Scott Snyder that I have read in a year. I know, I'm saying that to the entire world, and I don't care. Awesome! And I don't remember the last time I thought I was going to be saying that about a Batman book. This is a sneak peek at the upcoming Batman Eternal, which is going to be a weekly comic series from Scott Snyder and a number of other creators. That will be debuting in March. This one's a little, foreshadow to it. I really loved it. I also really made me sad because Batman has a new sidekick. Her name is Bluebird. She wears blue and black and has a Nightwing crest on her chest. And if all of you are keeping up with the events of Forever Evil, it's looking more and more grim for Mr. Dick Grayson. I don't think he's coming out of Forever Evil alive. But Bluebird was pretty awesome. She reminded me a lot of a young Dick Grayson. And you will not believe who the main supervillain in Gotham is these days. And you know what? Batman couldn't really believe it either. Also, spoiler alert, a character is making their New 52 debut in this book. Check it out. It was really cool. Coming in at number 1, the book that I could not believe I sat there and read and laughed and enjoyed as much as I did. And we had a lot of deep philosophical conversations about this book and about archetypes. Takes place in 1938. I told you it was History Week. We're coming at you. Mercenary C, another image number 1. This one was full of cliches, but it's supposed to be. They're making fun of it. They're playing at it. The art was gorgeous for it. It reminded me a lot of the animation style for Archer, except in a comic book format, which also made the cliches like Smokehouse Johnson, the ex-boxer from Chicago, who now works on a submarine. It was awesome. This is a ragtag crew of misfit mercenaries putzing around the Pacific Ocean in 1938, trying to find work, trying to stay alive, trying to be the good guys. A little bit like Firefly, I will give you that.
Desperately searching for treasure.
Desperately searching for a lost island full of adventure and treasure because they're bored. They want something to do. Don't worry, it's 1938. There's going to be all kinds of action really soon. This book was a lot of fun. I can't say enough about it. And like I said, the artwork was really unique and original for it. The way that the backgrounds were in black and white and the foregrounds were in color, and then the sunsets and there's color everywhere. It threw you for a loop. And it was one of those books you got done reading and you really understood why you loved comics. That is the Max's top 5 picks. It's time for a cutaway to graphic novels.
Cutaway. Time for a cutaway. I really like the movies.
I think Baltimore fits in
We're
there
back.
too somewhere. We're back! We got a lot of really cool graphic novels this week. One that I'm really excited about, it's not like brand new, but it is Spaceman in trade paperback. Only took like 3 years for them to put it out in paperback. Bred for space, marooned on Earth is the tagline for this book. NASA has a secret program where they are training and growing bioengineered men to be stronger, faster, harder, to like go way out into deep space and explore far reaches of the universe and galaxy. However, the whole world collapses and falls apart, and one of them ends up stranded back on Earth way later. And second, also not a new book, it's an old classic, but in a new edition, Batman Dark Victory. This is the 3rd part of Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb's epic Batman saga. This one retells the very beginning of Dick Grayson and Batman's team up as Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder. It's really cool. It ties together a lot of questions about Batman's origin and backstory. So if you're wondering about how they met and how that early relationship was and how Dick Grayson ended up being Batman's ward and how they ended up finding his murderers and how they ended up becoming so close and working so well together for so many years, read this book. I would also recommend reading Haunted Night and The Long Halloween prior to this one. Not necessarily a requirement, though. This next book I'm really excited about is by Alan Moore. It's the Bo Jeffries saga. It is the story of a father in England trying to keep his household together. He's got 2 kids, his brother lives with him, his grandpa is there as well, and he's, just trying to make life work. He's a working man. It's the struggle. It's the blue collar. However, there's a twist. His kid, one of them's a vampire. One of them's a werewolf. His little baby puts off enough thermonuclear energy to power England and Wales. And his dad, the little grandpa that lives with him too, yeah, he also happens to be in the final stages of organic existence, and there's a lot of existential stuff going on there. It's crazy, it's wacky, it's Alan Moore. Super, super excited that this book is back in print so we can share it with you. And last on the graphic novel noteworthy list for the week, Grant Morrison's The Invisibles. The world is not what it appears to be. There's a world behind the world that we see, and it is ripe for exploitation by extraterrestrial, there we go, or maybe it is extra-dimensional. A combination of interdimensional and extraterrestrial aliens are trying to exploit the world, and it is up to a ragtag group of misfit, punk rocker, say you want a revolution types to stop it, and how they do it with some crazy drugs. It's awesome. It's Grant Morrison in his prime, at his best, and it is collected now in these awesome, beautiful hardcovers. Volume 1, now available. Don't miss it. To another cutaway! Welcome back from the cutaway. We are here with the Albuquerque Kitties female-fronted pick of the week. Did I get that even remotely close?
You're perfect.
Perfect. Yeah! And I am here with, what is your lovely name?
The Albuquerque Kitty.
Well, hello, Albuquerque Kitty. What book are we talking about today?
So my female-fronted pick of the week is Legendary.
Legendary. That sounds kind of familiar. What issue number are we on?
We are in issue number 2.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
And it'll sound familiar because it is written by Bill Willingham, who is the writer of Fables.
Oh, yeah! That's a great series. So, tell us a little bit about Legendary and why it is your Albuquerque Kitties pick of the week.
So it is a steampunk book, steampunk adventure even, if you will. Very cool. Everybody's in corsets, everybody's got the goggles, the scenery is beautiful, the artwork is incredible.
Sticks with the whole steampunk theme for it. What year is it set in? Just out of curiosity.
Steampunk year.
Steampunk year. Well, that's kind of a throwback, so it fits with our whole history theme for the week. Well, Albuquerque Kitty, thank you so much for coming by and bringing your books with us. We will see you maybe next week, maybe in the future. We don't really know.
I'm pretty busy, so it'll just depend on my schedule.
All right. Well, good luck fighting the crime and whatever it is that Albuquerque Kitty does. And we will see you when we can fit you in your schedule.
I don't fight crime. I read comics. I just like to dress up. Cosplay is in.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much for coming by. And thank you, viewers, for watching. This has been the Albuquerque Kitties.
Female-fronted pick of the week!
Yes!
Got a little catfish. He got real sad. He holds a camera.
We're ending it. We're ending it. We are ending it. That is going to do it for our show today, folks. Thank you so much for watching. We barely got a chance to scratch the surface and all that is the latest and greatest in comic books on this new Comic Book Wednesday. So be sure to stop by Astro Zombies for more information about the rest of the titles that came out. We have a lot of fun down here, so you can feel free to pick the brains of all the Astro Boys and all the Astro Girls that work here. And apparently we now have a Klingon in the store. I have been the Maxx, you have been the audience, you have been awesome, I have been fantastic, and that will do it for this show of the Maxx Super Awesome Comic Review Show!
Comic Review Show.
Not doing it again.
No. Why would you do it again? I just really wanted to press this button. I liked it last time. I couldn't find the button this time.
You know, it is battery powered. Let's let the dogs of war! Oh, Klingons that quote Shakespeare. That's a rap.